ArenaNet launched its highly anticipated Heart of Thorns expansion for Guild Wars 2, the western version of Black Desert started up a couple of days of alpha testing, Star Wars The Old Republic prepares for Knights of the Fallen Empire, and plenty of games are sharing the Halloween spirit. What's going on, guys? James Blonde here with MMOHuts.com with a quick weekly recap for MMO news and announcements for the week ending October 26th, 2015. And starting out the news this week, we've got a brand new player guide video for Tera, which was made right after the recent Lost Isle update. So whether or not you're a new player or a returning player and it's been a little while, the new update here and video has key information about what you can expect starting out in the game and showcases the brand new features within the update along with it, such as the new character selection screen makeover, the new starting area, which is called Stepstone Isle, as well as detailed information about the game's most prominent features. Now, the new video here is really useful for new players or anyone in general who wants a quick overview of what the game offers, but the new update itself doesn't exactly cater to just new players. It also gives non-max level PvPers a brand new battleground, the Gridiron Academy, which, like I've mentioned in the past, is a level 40 to 64 version of the level 65 Gridiron Battleground. Besides all of this, there are plenty of Halloween events going on right now in Tera, so hop in game or head over to MMOHuts.com to find out what's going on. Next up, it looks like now that Otherland joined Early Access on Steam, the huge universe keeps growing, according to Drago Entertainment. The developers have been hard at work recently expanding the storyline of 8 Squared with more than 120 new quests, giving players a chance to join the White Army forces for the very first time. With this new update that went live this past Wednesday the 21st, called the 8 Squared Conflict, players will get to experience a multitude of new areas and locations within 8 Squared, such as the Mausoleum or the Red Castle, introducing more gameplay for the next 10 levels, seeing that the level cap has also been increased beyond 40 with the new update. You still have to register for a chance or purchase a Founders Pack in order to get into Otherland, but regardless, the game is coming along quick. Also, on what everybody was calling Back to the Future Day this past Wednesday, October 21st, 2015, WildStar celebrated with the Hoverboard Z Pre-Invitational, a 5-day-long in-game event that introduces new daily quests, costumes, toys, housing decorations, titles, and of course, awesome hoverboards. Still trying to figure out where my hoverboard is, but yeah. The celebrations revolved around 3 Z-tracks installed in separate zones: lush forded Celestian, dry rocky Daradoon, and the icy slopes of snowy Whitevale. Unfortunately, the event has now come and gone, but the idea was really cool, and perhaps in another place in time, players can return back from the future and explore it again. Yeah, that's right. Almost had a time paradox there. Also starting last Wednesday and lasting through November 4th, Skyforge is celebrating Halloween with some really interesting events that clearly have a lot to do with evil pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns. The new trailer here spotlights some of these festivities where you're able to take part in multiple challenges and adventures to earn candies. Now, the candy can then be exchanged for Halloween items in the event section of the market. After talking to the developers this past week at My.com and Obsidian Entertainment event, they mentioned they plan to continue making special bundle packs, so of course, they have the new Witchcraft packs available for a limited time that can get you access to things like special skeleton costumes, which look pretty awesome, instant access to the Witch class, which some people are looking forward to, and of course a lot more than that. The packs are really cool, but it's almost like being on a constant Founders Pack cycle. For some, that's probably not going to fly well in the long run. Even more Halloween events happening with Daybreak Games titles. Each title has something going on, some of which have started early on this month or even late last month, and they last through mid-November. PlanetSide 2 players are shooting pumpkins to collect seeds to purchase Halloween helmets and weapons. The Landmark team is having a Halloween livestream party on October 29th to celebrate Halloween Island, which is a place that was created specifically for spooky builds and castles and such. And of course, H1Z1 players can expect to come across zombies with pumpkin heads, which they can kill and loot for special tricks and treats. Probably more tricks than treats. So plenty of celebratory Halloween events happening in all of their games, so check out the site post at MMOHuts.com to find out when and where things are happening in-game. Alright, enough with the Halloween news. As you guys probably already know, Guild Wars 2 launched Heart of Thorns this past Friday, the 23rd, which is less than 3 months since ArenaNet announced that the core game was going free to play. ArenaNet also released an infographic on Heart of Thorns launch day, showcasing the massive increase of players, indicating that the core game itself has reached more than 7 million players. Don't really know exactly how much that was before it went free to play, but you know, free to play gets you the players. The new expansion now extends the core game experience for a continuously growing community as a paid expansion with a range of new content and features, including the new mastery system that redefines the in-game character progression in the game. Among other things, there's plenty involved in the new expansion. I was in California during the launch, and I just recently got back, so I didn't exactly get to follow along with the launch, but according to several gaming friends of mine, there have been some interesting conflicts for those who bought the expansion. First, it was if they bought the expansion through third-party retailers, but now it's been discovered that the same problem exists even if you purchase it from within the game, apparently. Problems being that the expansion content shows up and then sort of disappears, gets revoked almost. Doesn't even show up at all sometimes. Not sure how many of you guys have been having the issues, but with this, I figured I'd mention it. There are posts about it on the forums, but hopefully these issues don't pan out much further and the isolated cases get taken care of. So for now, I'd say be on the lookout. Another thing you guys clearly noticed was that we had alpha keys for the Western version of Black Desert to give away to you guys. Now, before you get too mad at me for not telling you ahead of time, there was a really strict NDA on that information that couldn't be broken before posting the giveaway. And second of all, I did tell you guys, just not, directly because I wasn't supposed to. But don't worry, this is the start of plenty more test periods, so you'll have more chances to get in really soon. Dom has also released this new trailer this past week, indicating the game will be available for hands-on demos at Paris Games Week, which is happening all week long. Now, the cool part is you can expect to see a quick first look video from me very soon that won't involve me spray painting pie this time around. So you can look forward to that as well. Next up, Star Wars The Old Republic's latest expansion, Knights of the Fallen Empire, is now available in early access. In this new expansion, you become the Outlander, a veteran of the Great Galactic War, traveling to the outer rim of the galaxy where you come face to face with a brand new threat, Emperor Valkorion and his eternal empire, only to discover that his dark destiny is tied to your own. Bum bum bum. You get to lead the fight to save the galaxy, but it's clear from the beginning you're going to need some help. So a big part of this expansion, which is showcased in the new trailer you see playing here, is all about working with companions and building an alliance. This definitely seems to be the best expansion emphasizing the interactive storytelling BioWare is known for. Now, Knights of the Fallen Empire will launch free-to-play for all subscribers tomorrow, Tuesday the 27th. Speaking of expansions, new information as well as a brand new video came in this past week about Underdark, the latest expansion to Neverwinter. According to Rob Overmeyer, executive producer on Neverwinter, one of the really cool things about Underdark is that they have a partnership with Salvatore on a questline that acts as a lead-in to one of the main parts of the Underdark story. The player is met with a stranger who needs help from an adventuring party to retrieve a lost item in the depths of Gauntlgrim. There's a new threat there that needs to be dealt with, and the adventuring party helps with that. In other words, expect an epic storyline quest coming from a New York Times best-selling author. You don't get that too often. Beyond that, players can expect a new 10-player battle against Demogorgon, and one of the new things they're trying with this fight is turning it into a multi-stage boss fight. So this fight with the Demogorgon isn't the same every time. The rewards are variable, the content is variable, there's a difference between normal versions and the epic versions as far as challenges as well as what you see. This is only a small bit of information about the exciting new Underdark module. Head over to the site posted at MMOHuts.com and watch the new dev interview to find out more. On a similar note, Albion Online put out a new highlight video introducing the Demon Prince. All about those demons. Described as the most evil of the disciples of Morgana's creations. This is a really challenging 5-player boss battle, and the new trailer here is told from the perspective of the only survivor left standing. It's kind of cool how they did that. Seeing that I've played the game in the alpha, I can definitely say that some of the attacks that this guy throws at you, you can tell that he's not going to be a piece of cake to fight, much less not die from really quickly. Things look like they can get a little out of hand, especially when he starts calling in for backup, all the minions that surround him. The closed beta for Albion is just around the corner, but we still don't know if they're going to hand out keys or stick with the found-to-play model, as we like to call it now. Only time will tell. Also last week, tactical and TCG fans might like to hear that Duelyst is now in open beta, free to play. For those of you who haven't heard of Duelyst, it's a competitive strategy game focused on tactical combat that is actually fast-paced and has a lot of depth to it. It's kind of like having the mechanics of Hearthstone with the added movement and positioning mechanic to make things even more tactical. To get a feel for the game, check out my first look. Otherwise, you can play the game now from your browser without a key on PC or Mac, and expect to see the full game launch early 2016. And finally, for a last bit of news, Robocraft finally got around to adding mech legs to the warehouse of parts. The new update is called League of Mechs, which lets you build awesome-looking mech-type robots or even add mech legs to your existing robots for, added badass-titude. Mech legs are very high defense, extremely mobile, available from MK1 all the way through MKX as Mega Mech legs, and have a built-in jumping ability. That's always convenient. Besides just that, ranked leagues have now been added to the game. They use the battle arena format and have an added matchmaking algorithm to match players against opponents of similar skill. Leagues start at bronze and then go through silver, gold, diamond, and protonium, with 5-star protonium as the top rank in the game. It's a really cool update if you ask me, adding the mech legs and all, but giving players ranked leagues is perfect for upping the competition. Anyway guys, that's about it for all the major MMO news and announcements for this week. Oh yeah, one more thing, Dragomon Hunter has transitioned to a stress test style open beta, meaning that you don't need a key in order to play the game. So basically it's an open beta before what they call an open beta. Yeah, I guess now that anyone who wants to play it can try it out a little sooner than expected. As of today, it's not online, but very soon, this Wednesday in fact, it will go back up online so you can try it out without a key. But like always, if you're looking for more information about the news featured in the recap, check the links in the description below or head over to MMOHuts.com for more up-to-the-hour MMO news. Feel free to discuss the news in the comments below or follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And until next time, guys, that's going to be it for me. I'm James Blonde. See you out there, gamers.